Right, today we are putting the pump down that hole over there, so whew, finally. So just waiting for the bro to turn up, give me a hand, but the lawn is looking not that good. Look, we're getting rain for like the next week, so and you can see it's starting to roll in already. It's supposed to start tomorrow, but might come a bit earlier, but we'll see what happens. But anyway, let's start this video. Yo mate, what up? Welcome to another lawn tip vid. Alright, so this video is going to be a little bit all over the place because I got footage from when I was doing stuff and I didn't talk, and then I'll be talking from stuff from yesterday. So just be aware that this video will be a little bit all over the place, but it should still make sense. Yeah, let's get into it. First thing we did is obviously drop that pump down the hole. So now if you have a look at it, there's actually some lay flat hose there. So the guys at Irrigation Pumps and More actually set all the manifold up for me, put the lay flat hose on there, connected all the wiring up to the submersible pump as well. So shout out to those legends for doing that for me, like seriously saved so much time. But yeah, so basically lay flat hose is awesome because you can just drop it down there. You don't need to put a wire down, so you can pull it back up again in the future to do checkups and everything. It's just awesome. A little bit more expensive, but seriously, so easy to drop it down that hole there like that. Like, it was perfect. Yeah, so we had it down. The pump is sitting down at about 18 meters. That's what we set it to. That's what the guys who drilled the bore told us to do. So it's down at 18 meters. Remember, we found water at about 11 meters. So just because of the flow we've got, that's what you got to do. You got to ask the irrigation guys, like some of the Irrigation Pumps and More, what sort of pump they recommend, and you can go from there basically if you're installing your own pump. So next thing I was going to do is do the manifold back at the irrigation box, because we're not using any tank in between because I had enough pressure with the flow. So they estimate I've got about 1,000 gallons per hour, so that's about 60 litres per minute, which is plenty enough to go into your irrigation at home. Like, it's crazy how good that is. Like, we got awesome flow here. But anyway, so what we did from there, yeah, I set up the manifold. So I just had to basically make it so I had my easy flow unit connected there as well, so I can still put my like wetting agent and stuff through my irrigation, and then just hooked it up and connected it all the way back up to that manifold coming out of the submersible pump there next to the borehole. So with the pump that I got, the guys from Irrigation Pumps and More recommended that I put down a Davy pump. I've been told, heaps of guys have told me they're basically one of the best pumps out there for your bores, so that's why we went with the Davy pump. So I'm pretty happy with that pump there. I mean, it definitely works well enough from what I've already tested with it as well. But yeah, awesome pump, and just a great little unit as well. So once that was all installed, we set up our pressure switch and got the electrical working from the actual manifold as well and from the pump, and we hooked that back into this shed. So my brother-in-law did that for me. Shout out to Ollie for doing that as well. Legend, because I am not an electrician, so absolute legend of a dude. So I already had power in the shed, so it was really easy to do. So just had to dig that trench, as you guys know, to get the power there. But at least, like, we sunk this bore in a pretty good spot, like up in the back corner here, out of the way. And all I had to do was run a line across there and across there. And in all seriousness, it's not that much work. Looks like a mess now, but give it a couple of weeks and you won't even notice. Here's a little power box for the pump. Please open. Alrighty. So that's it there. Easy as, so it obviously goes into there. Mate, I know nothing about electrical, so don't even ask me. But yeah, you can basically turn your pump on and off here, and that also controls your cut in and your cut out as well. Well, that does, sorry. But it's all able to be worked through the electrical side here. Right, let's show you guys this is working. Ready? Yeah, boy. There we go, the pump just kicked in. So the water came out of that and the pump clicked in. I don't know if you heard it click. And then it pressurizes all the way up to about 70 PSI, what we've got it set to. Then if I hit stop, you hear it clicking again in a second. And that filled up with water, cut out. Easy as that, which is awesome. So it's working. So I ran there for about an hour and a half yesterday just on one station, and it was fine the whole time. A little bit murky when it first came out because there's always a little bit of oil down in there from when they're doing the drill rig, and there's probably still a bit of oil going through it at the moment, but yeah, it will eventually get clearer over time. In about a month's time, I'll do a test on the water. Got to run it for about a month, I've been told, so I'll get it tested, see if it's even drinkable as well, and I'll check what nutrients and minerals, etc. in there, just in case, you know, it's got a high pH or low pH or too much lime, too much calcium, just so I can make sure I can amend that with something, because we don't want to be overdoing it with the bore water if it's going to be stuffing up the soil.
I can feel the heat is rising, and that beat is hypnotizing. Oh, no, we run the show. Let's get louder, come on, lose control. Got to live or we get too old. Come on, shine a little tonight.
So obviously all that turf died. Really sketchy job. I'm not worried because I'm gonna aerate that, top dress it, fill in all the gaps. I basically wanted the soil that was there to shove in there because it's a bit compacted so it won't sink in the long run. It looks sketchy, but I'll top dress it and tidy it up and overseed and it will be fine. I don't like looking at it though. Just want to give a huge shout out to the guys at Irrigation Pumps and More, and also Davey Pumps for helping me out with this, getting me a good pump. I've heard a lot of things about Davey Pumps. Even asked my bro who's a plumber about Davey, and he said yeah, Davey's pretty much the industry standard, so really glad I got a Davey pump. And I want to say a huge thanks to Ben at Irrigation Pumps and More for selecting me the pump and sorting that all out for me, because he's an absolute legend. Well, I'm glad all of that is over. So good to have those trenches filled in, bore installed with the pump, mate. It's just awesome. So keen to get this reno and get up and going. We've had heaps of rain over the last couple of days too, so hopefully the yard kicks back in a little bit. I mean, some patches are dead, but some of it will come back. That's the thing with ryegrass, like if it dies, it dies. Like if it goes brown, it dies. Whereas with cooch and all your Kikuyu and warm season grasses, they'll bounce back pretty easily. But that's cool. We'll do a reno, reseed it, do all that sort of stuff. But yeah, really glad that's all done and dusted. Again, huge shout out to the guys, Irrigation Pumps and More, Davey Pumps, legends. And I just want to, I don't know what I was going to say. But anyway, thanks guys so much for watching. That's what I was going to say. Got heaps of content coming up. Got a couple of new mowers as well if you've been following Facebook. Got a new Toro Greensmaster, which I'm so excited about, and also a Protea. That thing is mint as well. I'll tell you what, I tried it on the green the other day and I absolutely scalped it, which is what I was sort of intending to do. So I had it set at 4mm, which is the same as the Swarman, but the 4mm on the Protea is just the more true cut because of that heavy weight with that mower. But anyway, you guys will see that in the coming weeks. I'll be back to 2 videos a week very, very soon. Just had to get all this stuff finished off. But yeah, thanks guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Like this video if you enjoyed it, and you have a good week. Man, that's cold. Woo.